Hey there, how there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Down. Welcome you to another OOTP Legends League playoff video. We are on October 7th. We are doing the National League Game 6s. Yesterday, we did the American League Game 5s, which saw Detroit beat Kansas City, take a 3-2 lead back to Detroit. Oakland beating Texas. That's the game you saw, which saw Lefty Grove get injured. And now Oakland's in a bit of a pickle, but they won 4-3, close one. And Cleveland beats Boston to win the series. So we are on to today's date, which is the National League side of Game 6. Colorado, New York, and Philly have a chance to win the series. New York's the only one at home that has a chance to win in 6. The other two road teams could do it. Now there is one series missing, and that's Miami Atlanta, because the Braves got swept by the Marlins. The Marlins are waiting for the Dodgers Mets series because the Marlins were number 7, Braves are number 2. They don't reseed, and they would two would face 3. So the 3-6 winner, which is Dodgers Mets, will play the Marlins, and the other two series will be there. And seeding does matter to determine who gets home field. So if the Mets survive, well, it doesn't matter. Even if it's the Dodgers winning 6 and 7 in New York, they would be the home team to the Marlins in the playoffs. There are, of course, the big things for Game 6. If any team wins Game 6, if Cincy, LA, or San Francisco win Game 6, there will be a Game 7. Now, there is a caveat. This year is a caveat. You do not play at your stadium for Game 7. You play at your seasonal things, Game 7. Which means if Cincy, the Mets, and San Fran forced to Game 7. If Cincy's forced to game, it wins and forces a Game 7, they will not play at Crosley, where Cincy will play. They'll be playing where the 75 Reds are, Riverfront. The Mets, if they lose to the Dodgers in Game 6, they will have to go to Shea Stadium, not Citi Field, but Shea Stadium for Game 7. If the Giants beat the Phillies, they will force a Game 7. Now the problem is that because the Giants' ancestral seasonal home is New York for the New York Giants, and time travel will be off, they might force the game to be played on the 9th, but we will be playing in San Diego, so that will be that. So yeah, so the Giants would play in San Diego because of the California, so Qualcomm will host Phillies Giants Game 7 and all that. Now, in the American League, if we go to tomorrow's action, you see Kansas City, Detroit, and Texas, Oakland, because of the fact that the Cleveland, Boston, and Houston Yankee series are over. So we got Kansas City, Detroit at 1 o'clock and Texas, Oakland at 6 o'clock. If the Tigers lose Game 7 and have to play at home, they'll be playing at Tiger Stadium, while the Detroit Legends play at Comerica, but they'll be playing at Tiger Stadium because that's where the 84 Tigers are. And the A's lose Game 7. They'll have to play Game 7 in Anaheim at Angel Stadium. Reason being is because, Oakland's seasonal home is Philadelphia, obviously, for the Philly A's. Anyhow, we have only 2 potential Game 7s in the American League. We could have 3 in the National League. We are going to be playing Colorado Cincy because it was the first series to go to at least a Game 6. So that means we got Cincinnati. Colorado lost both games in Cincy. Cincy lost all the games in Colorado. So it's a home team series, if you will. Colorado, one Pierre playing center. All that. Barry Larkin is hurt a little bit. O'Neill and Foster are in the lineup. I think there's an injury for Cincy. Well, anyway, yeah, they've got to do some things. I think Joe Morgan's hurt. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, Barry Larkin against Sean Estes. But they said that Barry Larkin would love to play in his hometown of Cincinnati. And Larkin's like, we're going to lose. If they were going to be in a Game 7, Larkin would probably replace. But the Rockies have one Pierre playing center, Holiday playing DH, Todd Helton playing first, Mr. Rocky, Larry Walker playing right, Tulo playing short, Cargill playing left, Sorrell second, Castilla playing third, Maine will catch. For Cincy, Barry Larkin will play short, Pete Rose playing right, Fotto playing first. Eric Davis playing center. Paulie O'Neill DHing. George Foster playing left. Johnny Bench catching. Aaron Boone playing third. Fuck that guy. And Ben McPhee at second base. Last 9, 5, 6 rosters still with him. Great fields.
Strike three.
Could not get out of the second inning. right. Woodlands, but it's going to be caught. Carson. That is 8-4. Nice ball, boy. Basically, that means it's zero. Okay. Pops it up. Zero again. And it goes Davis first. Top flight is perfect. Top of the third. Castillo is first. 3 up. Rebound for the Red.
Good inning.
Morgan is kind of hurt, so they don't want to miss him. Krasuski is going to go perfect. Hurts, but great job today. Jackson's on Hello trying to go to the second round, and they will play the winner of San Fran versus Detroit. They won't play tomorrow. Go to one versus Detroit. This time, and he will get a second. Short. does have a double. Max, go to the left. It's going to be hook. Brantley from Go his year over 3. Galarraga is going to come in with good chance. Why not? Galarraga, deep drive center, look up, and it will be a double for sure. No, he won 3 bases. Galarraga is going to get a triple. That fence was hard. Oh, wait! Galarraga just did that? Hustle. How the hell did Andres freaking Galarraga, who only played 46 games this year, got that to take a bases loaded grand slam? He speeds a 7, and he gets an inside the park home run. And Holiday's 1 for 4. But they're not worried. So the Bruin Rosario is going to be legit. We like to mention Bentley. Right to first base. They're going to gain him and put on blocker. 5-1, I think that will. Rest Helton for the next round. And the ground ball out. So nice job by Brantley, but he gives up the Andres freaking Galarraga. Rosario's 58. Catcher. He was first center catcher. Oh, not close. None of the catcher River catcher. Marcus plays center field. Johnny Fletch is batting. He's got 3 home runs, but they're his only hits. Right field. This is cut. Yeah, you really think Aaron Boone's going to do something? They need Joe Morgan. They need him. He's 5 for 7. Morgan's going to go to second. Nice job by Cyril. 1 more out to go. Ben McKee is definitely coming out. Nick Perez is basically the last hope. Line, that's total. That would be at least a double. It's a double. Big double there. Lopez says he can take care of Larkin. He does! They win! The Rockies are going to round 2. They shocked the Reds in 6 games. A 2-0 deficit, but Colorado breezes through 4 straight, and Matt Holliday is the MVP of the series. They will have to wait. If Philly wins tonight, it's Rockies, Phillies, and the Rockies will get home field in that series. So Rocky Mountain High. If San Francisco pulls off 6 and 7, then they have to go to San Fran. But that's the second winner. Showing us the 7 1/3. They decided to give Lopez the ball. I think they were going to give him 1 out and then give Houston Street like a 2-out save. But because of Galarraga's inside the park home run off of Brantley, Lopez was allowed to come out. And the pride of Venezuela, the pride of Maquitia Venezuela, that is the hero. He signs with the Rockies organization, and he has done so proud getting a save. In the National League, the Dodgers beat the Mets. There is a game 7, 7-4. Camille Herman and Matt Kemp with a pair of home runs for the Dodgers. Dykstra for the Mets. Nomo beats Seaver. Jansen to save. We got a game 7, and we will not have a game 7 in San Francisco. Philly with a 10-3 win. Auden Mitchell go deepy-doo. What can you do? But they couldn't get the runs when they needed to. Carlton beats Mathewson for the second time, and the Philadelphia Phillies will now face the Colorado Rockies. The good is for Colorado, they get home field because they are the better seed. So the Phillies will have to start in Colorado, but they shrug it off because I mean they started in San Francisco, so Philly will have to start in Colorado. The season three National League champions are trying to go back to the championship. They'll face Colorado. What we do know is the Marlins, who were the first National League team to go on to the second round, now they are the ones that have to wait for Game 7 between the Dodgers and the Mets. And no matter what, even if it's the Dodgers, no matter what, the Marlins have to start on the road. The Dodgers are the 6th seed, the Mets are the 3 seed, the Marlins are the 7th seed. So Florida will have to start, the Marlins will have to start on the road to start the series. So unreal. So we will have 3 games for you today. LA and the Mets will play at Shea Stadium. It will be Colfax versus Cone. And I believe they're going to make a time change. So yeah, it is going to be a 9:05 Eastern time for Texas Oakland. Yep. So they have just said that the um, it will be 6:05 Eastern time. It will be 6:05 local time. Yes. So they're going to split by 4 hours. The Royals Tigers will be at 1 o'clock. The Dodgers Mets will be at 5, and the Rangers A's will be at 9:05 Eastern time. So settle it. Oakland and Detroit both at home, both trying to win their series in 6. The Dodgers and Mets will play at Shea Stadium for game number 7. We will have that game for you. And that will be it. Yes. So we will have Dodgers Mets because there's only one game 7. We will do Dodgers Mets game 7. I feel bad for the Royals Tigers. We would have done game 6, but we might see a game 7 in the American League. Who knows? So we will do only one game tomorrow as well. So yeah. So lots of action, but yeah. 2 series are done. We have one game 7, and that is in New York. Both day to day with the injury. Rockies move on. Matt Holliday, hero. Phillies move on. It will be Billy Hamilton for his runs producing. So Philly will have to face Colorado. Longoria suffers a setback. He will be out for 2 more weeks. Well, it doesn't matter. And Steve Finley will be out another week with a hand fracture. Like that. Like we care. So the playoffs are like that. The playoff coverage. Boston won 5-0, but then they lost 4 in a row, including the 3-run home run by Manram. The RBIs, 5 RBIs by Albert Bell, 4 by Morgan, 4 by Manram. Pitching wise, the only boo-boo was Perry. As Sabathia, Feller, Perry, and McDowell were the heroes. Boston, they were 1-5 against Cleveland in the regular season, but they didn't let it pass them. But yeah. Although 4 RBIs by Jim Rice. Pitching, Clemens was the only winner. Cy Young, Smokey Joe, and Pablo Bond were your losers. When I look at the batting averages of Boston, Cleveland, it was like plain as they can see. Well, Pedroia and Rice, Speaker, and Collins were decent. Look at the terrible pitching. I mean, the terrible hitting. Wade Boggs was 0 for 6, sure. Ted Williams was only 188. Lynn was 176. Big Papi 118. Pudge Rip Fisk 062. Yeek. Meanwhile, on the outside, Cleveland had Ed Morgan doing well, Albert Bell, Kenny Lofton, Manram, and Boudreaux. They did have some problems. Steve O'Neill, the catcher, was 3 for 15. Al Rosen was 3 for 17. And Johnny Holdap was 1 for 13. But they tried their best. Kansas City, Detroit. We know game 6 will happen. Saberhagen and Bunning would be game 7. It's Kawika Scherzer. Houston swept the Yankees. The Yankees, well, don't blame Lou Gehrig or even Mickey Mantle. They did good. 5 RBIs by Babe Ruth, 4 by Gehrig. Their hitting was there, but yeah, Bernie, DiMaggio, Jeter, and Dickey just couldn't get the hits across the plate, especially Bernie. Houston, Kevin Bass went 2 for 3. Bagwell, 8 for 16 with 6 RBIs, 5 RBIs by Lance Berkman, 4 by Davis. Craig Reynolds was only 3 for 14, and Biggio was 2 for 17, but it didn't matter. I mean, honestly, it didn't matter. Yeah, well, the Yankees only played them 2 out of 3, and we're two. What, Kansas City, Detroit was 3-3. Texas, Oakland was 4-2 for Oakland. Then you got to go to game 6. You got Waddell versus Nolan, and then Fergie versus Chief Bender in game 7. Philly beat San Francisco. Great job. 5 RBIs from Billy Hamilton, 5 from Klein, 5 from Mike Schmidt. And Jimmy Rose was 5 for 13. Other than his 5 for 5 day, he was 0 for 8. I mean, Dick Allen and Larry Boa, Boa was 3 for 20 in RBI. He was only at second base because Scott Rowland was gone with injury. The Giants won 4 out of 6 from the Phillies. The Giants, hitting wise, 6 RBIs by Mays, 240. McCubby was only 4 for 21. Kevin Mitchell was only 3 for 21. I mean, he had to play left field because Cepeda just had to get hurt. And that kind of ruined the Giants and all that. Carlton 2 wins, Roberts and Alexander. The Giants, the only wins were by Hubble and Marichal. Houston, yeah. Rivera, Chamberlain, Pettit, and Guitry were all losers. Yeah, I think there were a couple of Leaf winners. Reynolds, Wilson, JR, and Brad Litch were your heroes. Oh no, we already did that. Colorado 4-2 over Cincy. They actually lost 5 out of 6 from Cincy, but they did it. 6 RBIs by Cargo, Walker with 5, Castillo with 5. Cirillo was okay. Juan Pierre was not. 2 for 15. He needs to get a little better. And the Reds, well, Ed Roach was 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Why the hell did they not play more? Paul O'Neill 4 RBIs. Johnny Bench had 5 RBIs against the Rockies with only 3 hits, but 3 home runs. But those were the only ones. Ben McPhee sucked because Joe Morgan. Well, Joe Morgan was 5 for 8. Well, and then he got injured. I think that's what ruined him. The Reds, Maloney, and Vandermeer were the only winners. Estes, Baldo, Hampton, Fuentes for Cotoreto. Dodgers and Mets have to go to game 7. They were 3-3 in the 6-game things and 3-3 here. The Marlins swept the Braves, even though that they lost 4 out of 6 in the regular season. 5 RBIs by Sheffield, 5 by Charlie Johnson. Moises Alou was 2 for 17. Otherwise, they were okay. The Braves, nobody got 3 RBIs against the Marlins. Nobody. Joe Adcock 2 for 13. Hank Aaron 2 for 17. Rafi Furcal 1 for 13. Yeah, those aren't good numbers. Kimbrough, Maddox, Necro, and Spawn were the losers for the race. The Marlins winners were Nen, Brown, Beckett, and Josh Johnson. So that's what happens in the playoff tree. The Dodgers would love to beat the Mets because that means all 4 round one winners in the National League were the lower seeds. In the meantime, the Astros are the only higher seed of either leagues to win. The Tigers and A's do have a chance to finish it off in 6, and then we could see some heroics and all that. That's all we know. So we'll do Dodgers Mets game 7. The other 2 will just keep our eyeballs and cross our fingers for game 7s. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond at 2.